Today we have a guide on how to create AI voice cold calling campaigns inside n8n, a new platform that has been hitting it up really hard lately. So without further ado, we're gonna go into the Bobby and n8n to build these ones. Let's go. So here we are in Bobby, ready to start this AI transient assistant inside n8n. So let's go and open dashboard here. We will have to use Bobby in order to send the calls through n8n, but all the system will be held inside n8n. So that's why we have to come here into API documentation and open this part. So we're gonna go to create assistant and click on try it. So here we are gonna be adding the next things. Transcriber, we are gonna go with deep brand, and we are gonna go with the language English here. The model is gonna be an Nova 2. With this we're ready to go here. Then we're gonna go to the model where we are gonna choose OpenAI. I'm gonna go with the model of 4o mini. So the messages, which is the prompt of the assistant, we're gonna add one. With system content, we'll be adding it later. Then we're gonna also go with the max tokens that I usually put 1,000. And the temperature, which I leave it normally in 0.2. Perfect. So with this set, we have everything we wanted. We're gonna go through voice, where we are gonna choose 11 laps. So I've come here to choose another voice rather than the ones that Bobby gives us here, which are really limited. So we are gonna come here and I'm gonna choose the language English, and I'm gonna choose an accent I want. Let's say we want someone from US Northeast. So we'll have these ones. So maybe we can choose Yamaha.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jamal here, and I can't wait to work with you in your upcoming projects or even, conversational AI.
Yeah, it sounds really good. So we're gonna click on view, and I'm gonna actually copy his ID. There you go, to bring it here and paste it. With this done, we're also gonna choose the language, which is gonna be English, EN. The model, which is gonna be Turbo V25. I mean, Flash V25 also works really good, but it's a bit faster sometimes, so I prefer it to be a bit slower, but that understands better the message with the Turbo one. So then we're gonna use the first message and first message mode as well. Want the assistant to start the conversation. Here we will also be adding it later. The client messages and the server messages. So inside server messages, we're gonna add here the end of call report. There you go. And what we have left is adding the name of the assistant, which I'm gonna call n8n call calling. The background sound, which we are gonna leave it in off. And finally the artifact plan, where we are gonna include the transcript plan and we are gonna activate it, enable it, so that we can receive the transcripts when the call has finished. Perfect. So finally, last thing is the server. So I have already created the prompt. There you go. I have just added, and actually I'm gonna get the first initial message to put it down as we said. There you go, with the variable of name client that we will add later within the scenario of n8n. I'm gonna add it here. So now it's the moment to go into n8n to create the first of the two scenarios that we are gonna create, and we're gonna include here the server URL with which we are gonna then receive the information. So here we are in n8n. You have to get started for free if you don't have any account or singing. So I'm gonna click on create workflow, and I'm gonna call it, in this case, receive data call calling. So we are gonna add here a webhook. There you go, in which we are gonna put like post. We're gonna respond immediately. The path we are gonna leave like that, and what we're gonna do is copy this one. We're gonna copy this URL, bring it back where we said that we were gonna put it here in create assistant. We are gonna come here, we are gonna just copy from here back into there, down into there. So there you go. We're gonna copy it and we're gonna go to a JSON editor online. Here we are. So we're gonna remove the previous one we had. There you go. And I'm gonna copy this one. So we're gonna transform to JSON. There you go. We're gonna, apart for this one, create a new workflow. We're gonna save it, obviously. And we're gonna create a new one, which is gonna be sending calls. So let's include a get rows in sheet. There you go. So before going into the documented sheet, we're gonna create another sheet where we're gonna include all the data and it's gonna work as our CRM for these clients. So I've included here the sheet with n8n workflow, I've called it. I haven't added the phone number, but I will do it later. So we have the name and the email. This is the data that we're gonna have from these clients. So getting back, we are gonna select the document, the sheet, that is only one. So the filters. We are gonna go into here and we're gonna put a column called call sent. That way, when a call is sent, we're gonna put here call sent so that we know which of them has been sent and not. And we are gonna include call sent and it's gonna be equal to this value. And we're gonna leave it like this. But what we are gonna do is click on the settings of execute once. That way we are only gonna receive one column, one row of information instead of having all the ones that don't have the call sent column with the call sent phrase. So we're gonna click also on always output data and we're gonna click here. By the way, I've changed the trigger. It's gonna be the schedule trigger. Not as the same as make, where we can start with any module. Here we are gonna start with a schedule trigger. Okay, nextly, we are gonna add another module that it's gonna be a data transformation one and an edit fields or send, this one. So what we are gonna do here is get what we got here, the information that we got here. There you go. So we're gonna include here the JSON we copied from there, and we're gonna go to expression. We're gonna open it, and then we're gonna search for name of client. There you go. So here we're gonna change what we have here, and we're gonna include this part. So there you go. We're gonna leave it here. There you go. So that way, as you can see, we're gonna output here Diego. That is my name. So we're gonna do the same with all the variables actually that we were using. Okay, so done. We're gonna click the X, and here we have it, everything updated. We can test the step, see that it's perfect, and that we have here already the name with the variable. So before I was toggling this option, you have to take it out. We only want to get the information of the edit fields. Perfect. So next step will be to add a array aggregator, the ones from make, but this one is going to be aggregate, where we are going to click on all item data. Okay, so we're going to test the step. Here we're going to receive all the feed. Click the X again, and finally we're going to go to edit fields. Here, edit fields, where we are going to map a data. So we're going to try and put here assistant. We're going to bring this data, there you go, and we're gonna put inside dot first parentheses. There you go. So now we test the step, and we're gonna receive everything we want. Next step now is gonna be to add a HTTP module. There you go, where we're gonna click on post, and now we're gonna come back here, where we are gonna go inside BAPI to create call. So we're gonna click here, and we are gonna go to customer, where we are going to include the number, the name, and extension. We're also going to include the assistant and the phone number ID, which will be the one you have from BAPI. Just insert, go inside BAPI, and here we have to go into phone numbers, and there you have to copy your phone number ID, which will be added later. So we are going to come back into BAPI, and we're going to basically copy all this and bring it back to the JSON editor online. So let's go, take this out, paste this one, transform, there you go, copy it again. Perfect. So we're gonna bring it back here, and we are gonna again select post. We are gonna send a body, of course, which is gonna be raw, and the content type is gonna be application JSON. Perfect. And the body is gonna be this one. which we want to add in expression actually. So we are gonna take out this way and we're gonna leave it there. So how are we gonna proceed with this? We're gonna take these brackets and we're gonna include here the assistant, inside assistant. There you go. Perfect. So inside name, I'm gonna include the name of the Google Sheets that we got. So we are gonna go back down and we're gonna select here name. There you go. And inside number, we are gonna put the phone number. There you go. Perfect. Finally, in phone number ID, just add your phone number ID. And here we're gonna also send headers, which is gonna be the authorization one, and we're gonna paste it here with better space, and here you have to add your API key. And we're gonna add another parameter of headers, which is gonna be content type, and it's gonna be application again JSON. Perfect. So lastly, what we have to do is add here an URL of this one, API call from Bapi. There you go. Perfect. So remember to add your phone number ID and your API key. So we are just gonna test workflow to see that it works. There you go. And as you can see, I will be receiving the call. There you go. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna actually send me a call now. Here, I'm gonna run it again. So I'm gonna send me a call with which, yes, I'm gonna click here on test workflow. So I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna accept now the call, come back, click on receive data call calling and test it to get the information. So I'm gonna include basically now Google Sheets again to get the raw of this client. So what we are gonna do is select again our Google Sheets and our sheet, and I'm gonna add a filter in which we want to search for the name of the guy. So that way we are gonna see and receive the row of the Google Sheets where the name is the same as the one in the call. Perfect. So we are gonna exit this. Okay, so now what we are gonna do is search a node of a GPT, OpenAI, and we are gonna message a model. So here we have to connect our OpenAI account. The resource is gonna be a text. Of course, message a model. In model, I always like to choose the GPT-4o mini because of the token usage. Perfect. I usually use system. And here we are actually gonna tell the next thing. So I've added inside the prompt the next thing. Instructions: analyze the transcript and decide whether the prospect was interested in receiving an email or not. Yes, I'll put yes or no, the transcript and the example output. Perfect. So with this done, we are gonna click here and we are gonna add here an if module. There you go. So if the content of here is equal to, we're gonna add it here, sorry, there you go, perfect, is equal to yes. If it's true, we are gonna come here and we are gonna send an email and say that the lead was actually interested. So we are gonna put here interested, which is gonna be yes or no. We are gonna add here a Gmail module. We are gonna select to send an email. There you go. Perfect. So you have to connect your credentials. Once done, what we are gonna do is come into two. Well, first I'm gonna execute the modules first, and I'm gonna put here the Gmail that we got from the Google Sheets. There you go. Perfect. So with this done, we are gonna put a subject more information, and inside the email type, I prefer to put it directly with text, and it's gonna be hey name. Here you have the information we talked previously about. So we're gonna click on next, we have it, and nextly it's gonna be the time to add another Google Sheets in which we are gonna update a row. We're gonna go again with the same document. So the column to match, we're gonna use, instead of name, the row number from the Google Sheets. So we just have to get it from here and add it here. There you go. Perfect. So inside the interested, we are gonna just put yes. There you go. And well, we can put also email sent. Perfect. Okay, so we just have to put in the false part the other part of a Google Sheets. There you go. in which we are gonna again update a row. We are not gonna have data, but there's no problem as it's normal. We were testing with a case in which the lead was interested. So in a case if not, we are gonna again select the row number. We are gonna click here, come back here, select this one, copy, and we're gonna paste it here. An expression, there you go. And we're just gonna put inside interested. No. Perfect. By the way, I've done a test and we have to put here call sent inside both of the Google Sheets, and we also have to put again the name. Perfect, there you go. I'm gonna do actually the same here. So I'm gonna click here on test the workflow to have the call sent, and now I'm gonna click here on test workflow to receive the data. Okay, I'm gonna set the call.
Hey there, am I talking to Diego?
Yeah, that's me.
Perfect. So, I am Lucy, the assistant of the marketing agency Science Media, and I wanted to ask you if you are using Facebook ads right now?
Well, I am actually.
Great. Did you know that Meta has recently changed its system of ads, and what worked before doesn't work anymore?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Exactly. That's why Science Media is on the ball, and we are absolutely updated with everything. We are already getting results with some clients using the new Meta ad system. Would you like me to send you an email with all the info and a Calendly link to book a call with one of our experts if you're interested in hearing more?
Yeah, of course, go ahead.
Perfect, Diego. You will receive that shortly. Have a nice day.
You too, bye. Okay, so we'll resume in 3, 2, 1. There you go. With everything set up, here we're gonna have the call sent, as we told, the interested email, and if we go now to my email, we're gonna see here the email that was actually sent and that received. Here we have it. Hey Diego, here you have the information we talked previously about link. But yeah, so this was basically the workflow of sending cold calling campaigns to leads. So guys, this has been all for the video. I hope you've enjoyed and you've learned how to build these n8n AI voice cold calling campaigns. So that way you can start sending these calls without having much cost of operations within Make.com. Just choose the application you want. So yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching again and see you in the next one.